Hey guys, welcome back to Spiritual Essence, and in today's video, I would like to talk about immortality. The ability to live forever. I've thought about the subject for a very long time. Ever since I started working with magic, I have been thinking, is it possible for someone to be immortal? And one of the reasons why I was thinking about it so much, it actually came from an unlikely source. Scooby-Doo. Yeah, that's right. And then you may be like, how did Scooby-Doo get you thinking about immortality? Well, the one specific movie, 1998's Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, it goes into the story of Simone Lemois and Lena Dupre, who are settlers on an island, and they pray to a cat god. But unfortunately, pirates end up trying to bury treasure on the island. They want to snuff out all witnesses, so trying to kill all the settlers. They end up killing all of them except for them two, and they cast a curse on the pirates to get revenge on them. They end up becoming cat creatures and cursing themselves in the process to become immortal. And they have to drain life from people in order to stay that way, or else they'll die. So that's what got me thinking about immortality. And I'm like, could it even be possible? Knowing that there's a lot of strange things that go on, a lot of which we do not see. I would like to think that out there may be some people, maybe not many, but, some people who have achieved immortality. And of course, they're not going to go out public with it because then they're going to be studied and leered at like some sort of sideshow. And the government would want to like kidnap their ass and trying to find out, hey, how can we live immortal so that we can keep like ruining people's lives, right? So that's how I would think the government would do it. They'd just be like, we need to find a way to be immortal so that we can keep screwing shit up, right? But the people who I think may have achieved immortality, they're not going to be any people like, they're not going to be movie stars. They're not going to be singers. They're not going to be anybody that has fame with their name. Because, especially with the paparazzi these days, those people are always tracked. And everyone's after them because they're upheld as gods for whatever reason. Oh my god, they have so much more money than me. Let's pray to them and maybe I'll get some. Sorry. But anyway, yeah, they're not going to be people like that, they're going to be people who are easily forgettable. They may work at a place for a very long time and then quit, let everyone forget their name. If they work like in a factory or something, or, a low tier job somewhere, they're going to be easily forgotten. Eventually, anyone who knew them are going to die of old age, and they're just going to keep on living. So I do think that there are some people out there who are immortal, and obviously they're not going to go out in public with it because, one, like I said, people are going to then see them as not only a sideshow, but maybe also a science experiment. And I think another reason is that because are you really going to believe anybody who's like, yeah, I'm immortal, I've lived for many, many years? And even if they say shit that is like, that sounds like they could have lived in that era, without any proof, are you really going to believe them? And I would like to know in the comments, do you believe in immortality? Do you believe immortality is possible? Do you believe that there are any immortals out there? Besides gods, and I mean actually physical people. I have been studying this for a while, and there is no creature on this planet that really is immortal. However, there is the immortal jellyfish, which when it gets old or sick, it reverts back to its baby stage and then restarts the life anew. That is the only creature that I have seen that actually lives forever. Now, there are like tortoises or turtles that can live a very long time. Some of them have been like 150 years. I mean, like in Finding Nemo, right? What was his name? Crush. Says he's 150, and there are sea turtles that can live for a very long time. Trees can last for years. Sharks can live for hundreds of years. But eventually they do die. And they're not indestructible. So they can be hurt. So that can be cut from their life shorter than realized. But while there may be some things, whether they be plant or animal, that have longer lifespans than humans, eventually everything dies. But I do believe it's possible, and since I've been studying this, I've been thinking because I have heard accounts of people who have been like near death, had very little chance of survival, and then people pray to them. Many people pray to them and send them healing energy, and they miraculously survive. Or how about the placebo effect, where sometimes even things that like do not have immediate cures, and all of a sudden they're presented with something they think is the cure, and their body cures themselves just by thinking about it. It's more than wishful thinking. It's your body actually releasing energy that's in tune with, hey, this is a cure. My body's going to be cured. I'm going to be okay. A few examples, and these were on Unsolved Mysteries, and I mean the one that with Robert Stack, rest in peace. He was amazing. One girl, she had her car had stalled, and it was a winter night, and she didn't bring a coat. And so she had to walk to her friend's house, but unfortunately she lost her way, and she collapsed, and she was frozen when they found her. And the doctors were like, she is so frostbitten, and ice crystals have formed in her body. It's a very unlikely chance that she's going to recover from this. So her family talked to her church, and they formed a prayer army, which is just a group of people who pray for another person's well-being usually. And in time, they were able to thaw her out, and even the parts of her body like her feet and hands that had severe frostbite, most of it went away and it healed. Which, for anyone who knows severe frostbite, that stuff does not grow back. It does not heal itself, which is like incredible. Another one was, there was a guy on there who had AIDS. He had contracted AIDS. And it took away his ability to walk without a cane or a crutch. And that stuff, it can kill you. There's no cure for it. If you get it, it's a definite death sentence. He started working with a form of Tai Chi, which moved energy throughout the body, healing energy. And he is alive. He's still alive today. He did not die from the disease. And he was able to walk again. These incredible things. And this is documented. This isn't a fake. This is actually documented. So it gets me wondering, energy is the key. Healing energy specifically. I've been working with healing energy, and I haven't gotten very far with it, but I have been able to like alleviate pain and slightly speed up healing processes with like minor cuts and bruises, but nothing huge. But I feel like if we were able to discipline ourselves and actually try to work with our healing energy so much so that we can heal like severe wounds, broken bones, deadly illnesses, things like that. We may be on the precipice of actually finding immortality. Imagine your body working with healing energy so much that it automatically sends healing energy whenever your body is in pain or has something going wrong with it. The same can be said for like aging. If there's a part of your body that's aging, it goes in to heal and maybe restore and reverse. That would be incredible. And I really think that immortality is possible if we were able to work incredibly well with our healing powers. Now, disclaimer, not everyone on the planet can be immortal. Not only would the mental effects be devastating because not everyone would be able to handle years and years of living and watch all their friends and family die on them and then they just be alone. It would be incredibly mentally taxing for most. Even people who may be able to survive that, it would eventually catch up with them in time. Not only that, wouldn't you get bored just, doing the same thing over and over again, living the same life over and over again? Even if you travel, eventually you'd run out of places to travel because you'd be able to see everything. So, immortality is not for everyone. I actually think it'd be more of a curse than a gift. I kind of want to see if I can achieve it just to see if I can. I doubt I'm gonna, I don't have high hopes that I'm actually going to succeed, but if I can get at least somewhat far in working with healing energy, I think I would have done some good for the spiritual community. And if I do become successful with working with healing energy, I'm certainly going to make a video about it to share with you guys. I would like to know in the comments, though, if anyone's had similar studies to this. Is anyone studying this? Does anyone think that people can become immortal in this life? And if not just from healing energy, what do you think could also grant a person immortality? I think that would be interesting to see in the comments. Thank you guys so much. Please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell button so you don't miss any of my future uploads. And live long and prosper.